Yeah, look out, baby. I'm back in the studio with my nephew Prob on the track, bringing that heat again, baby. Shout out to my nephew Snoop for showing so much love to an old cat, baby. Thank you, Neff. Also 98 to the beat for the love and support. Look out, LA, I'll be back, baby.
Right. Greetings and salutations, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Happy Spring Wednesday. I think far as the Midwest goes, it's like our first technical spring as far as feeling and date. Welcome to the Logic Lounge with Fleezy Jones, episode 21. Yo, shouts out to everybody. Hello, hello, hello. 21. We there now, man. It's getting there. It's getting there. And man, what we gonna do for 21? Well, look, man, I'm super excited. So excited. I left my specs. So I'm doing this show without the specs today. Man, I got a brother coming to the lounge that I know people know him one way, but have no idea who this brother is. And that brother is Terry Brown, aka Unc Imo. Man, this cat is from Louisiana, born and raised. And honestly, usually I do like a introduction to the person. This cat is so dope and so interesting. Yo, I'm gonna leave the whole show just talking to this man because you guys have no idea. And as I said, most of you are going to know him as the 60-year-old rapper. Went viral from his song. It's his song, Bad Knees. But this cat is so much more, man. And he's blessed me to come on to the lounge and share his story with me. So I ain't going to hold you guys. Let's bring this cat up. I'm going to send him a young invite. And we going to get this going. Everybody coming in, man. Share the live, man. This is gonna be epic. We get to pick the brain of somebody great. Yo,
What's up, my brother?
Unc, listen to me, man. First of all, listen. I am a, I am a backwoods smoker. Let me show you how much respect I'm coming with today. We we ain't listen. My people know. I say I ain't even finna come at Unc like that. Brother, first and foremost, thank you for coming to the lounge. What's up, everybody? I appreciate you even showing the love back, brother. And when I seen you were interested, you want to talk about struck. That's an understatement. So, so thank you, brother. Thank you, man. So, man, Helen from Louisiana. These people only know one side of you. You went viral off your song, off the antics. These people don't have no idea who they looking at. So with that said, let's talk about it. For those who don't know, hey, if you ain't got this, look at this, y'all. This ain't gonna take a whole day of your time. Yeah, this book right here is, I'm telling you, one of the dopest reads I've had in a long, 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 long time.
Much love and respect, man. I appreciate that, my brother, for real.
So, brother, and as I said, you are doing great things. But I definitely want to take the time out to pick your brain about this, man. Because like I say, you done in 44 pages what people take hundreds of pages and don't even hit a tip of an iceberg. Like I'm stunned off this book, and the fact you messed up doing this, you said volume one, so that means I'm waiting on the next one, brother. I ain't trying. You messed up, I can't do it, man. So I want to talk about that, man. This book, and this book is fairly new, correct? 2022.
Just did it 2022.
Okay. So before we pick into it, with you being known as a 60-year-old rapper, you know, the fame come from, like I say, the talent that you came with and you shared with us. What made you decide to share your story in this book?
Well, I've been fighting with the government for over 50 years to get this thing fixed up and get it corrected. Uh, you don't do to servicemen serving their country what they did to us. So for the last 50 years, every day I go to sleep, these brothers are on my mind. Every day I wake up, first thing on my mind is my 4 brothers I lost in that war. So for over 50 years, most of y'all haven't even lived 50 years yet. So just imagine carrying something that you saw an injustice to some people that you were a part of, that you know in your heart you got to get fixed. I got records to prove my whole story. I got paperwork from 1970 showing where they shipped me out and gave me my first Article 15, and it was not for fighting. They should have given me an Article 15 for that fight. That wouldn't have been great. I was an E4 at the time. I only been in service 6 months. I could have easily got that strike back and become an E5 and then be an E6 by the time I get out, because I still had 20 months left in the military. But because they fucked over me and made me have no respect for the military, because you shipped us out like slaves. Like, you know, when you think about the fact that somebody who was in the group that decided what to do with us, this bitch must have owned slaves or something for the mentality that he had to ship us out in the dark of night like that. Look, they had to be in the meeting. Well, what are we going to do with these cats? Oh, I don't know. Let's Article 15, maybe a court-martial. No, man. These 5 motherfuckers, we got to do something real to let them know we ain't playing. Let's do this. Let's ship them out in the dark of night like we used to do slaves. Remember the slave back up on the plantation? We'll take that motherfucker in the dark of night and we'll ship him to another plantation. Family don't know where he at. He don't know where his family at. Bitch, you don't do that to people serving their motherfucking country. They got a big meeting coming up in May. I'm flying to Washington to go attend this meeting. And it's the 50-year anniversary for Vietnam veterans. When I show my brothers who were in the military and they go to reading this book and realize how we got fucked over as United States veterans, dog, I'm gonna raise hell up there. I'm gonna have mobs of motherfuckers supporting this fucking book. Every fucking veteran that ever went through the fucking military gonna want a piece of this book. This bitch is gonna resonate. My music gonna be small, dog, compared to what this story gonna resonate. When I could hug one of my brothers that I lost over 50 years ago, if I could put my hands around this dude that I ain't seen over 50 years, don't know what happened to him, don't know if he's alive or if he's dead, the compassion that I got in my heart, when I get on stage and I put on the show, my body be in pain. I'm 72 years old. Everything hurt on me right now. But I'd be fucked if I ain't gonna give you a hell of a show. I'd be fucked if I ain't gonna act a fool on that stage. Because I got to sell this motherfucker till I can't sell it no more. Nigga, I'm going to the fucking top of the mountain. I'm not climbing that motherfucker to stand up there and wave at you. I'm climbing there to make change, my nigga. I'm here to change the fucking world. I'm here to make people realize you got more in you than you realize. They want you hating yourself. They want you hating your people. They're only doing is programming your mind to make you want to buy this stupid ass shit. You're not gonna see me with no fucking gold on my neck, bunch of chains. Bitch, you had my people and changed our whole fucking life. Why you think I want to wear your fucking chains?
Talk about it.
A chain ain't gonna make me. That ain't gonna make me who Unc Imo is. I put on 20 chains. That ain't gonna make me. My spirit gonna make me, my nigga. The spirit of God is in me. That's what the fuck drives me every day. Finding my 4 brothers gives me energy every. I was in a car wreck on the 10th of April. I could have lost my life right there. I could have been dead that day right there on the bridge, head on. Somebody ran 5 cars, 5-car pile up. But I'm here, my nigga. I was 18 years old when I was in Vietnam. I was on heroin by the time I was 19. I'm still here, my nigga. I lost everything in Hurricane Katrina. I had a suicide attempt in '83 because of the medicine the VA was giving me in the post office. My nigga, life is gonna be rough. Ain't no fucking body say your life ain't supposed to be hard. Your life's supposed to be hard. It makes you, it gives you the character. It builds your strength so you can go through any fucking thing. Ain't nothing gonna affect me that's gonna ever knock me down. Fuck a suicide. I already know what God got in my heart for me. When you had me then, bitch, you had me on your pills. I ended up on the roof of my house with a pillow and a pistol. But I was going to kill my supervisor. So eventually, when my name get out and I really come back to New Orleans, I'm doing one big show called Fiddler on the Roof, where I'm going to do music, I'm going to do comedy, I'm going to talk about my whole life over that scene when I was on the roof. You know what I'm saying? With the pistol, I'm going to do it all, play it all out, I act. I got to sell this product, dog. I got so much of a story to tell the world.
Yes,
When Snoop called me out in 2015, that was not only by God power, shout out to God for always putting everything in order for what I need.
Okay.
But I tell my youth, you got to invest in yourself. You got to take money that you might not have and make that money work to move your name upward. I moved to California 6 or 7 times since 2010. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Moving in areas I couldn't afford. I'm living in Encino, California, like I got money up the fucking ass. Fuck no, I ain't had that money. But I had to be in white world. White world is safe world. When you live in white world, you are protected. When you live in our world, you are unprotected, unfortunately. So me being an older man, I had to live in what's called white world. Everywhere I moved, I made sure I moved to white world. It cost me more to live there. Like rent was $2,500 a month in Encino. But I was protected. When I go there, I didn't have to lock my apartment. My car was always safe. You know, the environment, that's what I want to change in the world. I want us to make us, even my good white folks, to realize all black folk want is a fair playing field. All we want is to know our children coming home and not going to be murdered by a police officer. All we want is to be able to earn an income like you earn an income. You motherfuckers taking 4 and 5 vacations a fucking year. We can't even take one. We can't afford to work in the neighborhood where we work to feed your motherfucking ass, to work in your restaurants. You won't even pay us enough to pay the rent so we can live there to work for you. So we can balance the society off, give everybody a plain even field. We don't need no poor motherfuckers in America, dog. Everybody should be able to be productive American citizens and put something into this society that we can use and benefit from. My big thing is I want to make cannabis the biggest thing in the world again, like it used to be before mankind destroyed it. We need to make all our clothes out of hemp. Right now, my T-shirts are made out of hemp. I order them from California. Shout out to my boy Tommy. Anybody want to make their clothes out of hemp? Contact me. I'll hook you up with Tommy. T-shirts all out of hemp. Best product in the world to make your clothes out of. Lasts years longer than cotton and in way better shape than cotton. But we got to change the mindset. I want to build houses and use shipping containers in hemp. Hemp is the strongest product there is. We're not using what God gave us. We're using what mankind gave us because mankind is materialistically, fundamentally all about the dollar. We're nothing about the spirit no more. We're nothing about sharing love with each other no more. We walk past each other every day and don't even speak to each other. How are we any better than the rich motherfucker? We do the same thing to us what they do to them.
You know, that leads me to this question. And shout out to everybody in Shed a Lie, man. Of course, this is brought to you by Block Legend 7. Welcome to Logic Lounge with Fleezy Jones. We are picking the brain of the great Unc Imo, man. He dropping jewels right now. And just, you know, to even respond to some that I'm seeing, believe me, we know that there's definitely some good ones out there. But one of my excitements about having this brother on here is that what he has been through, I have the slightest idea why you show the love you show. And I'm being bluntly honest, I'm just being bluntly honest. You went through, I'm telling you, 44 pages. Made me laugh, made me cry, made me yell, made me angry. And yet you spread so much love, brother, but you should be angry. Why? Like, with everything that you've been through, why are you still this cool of a person?
Because my spirit, everything about you is your spirit. We just got to realize our spirits are the best parts of us. And we don't reach our spirits. We do the human thing. We don't meditate. I had to learn how to meditate. I had to learn how to really love myself. I was going through all that pain, and that pain was making me to the point where, like you said, I was PTSD down. You told, back in the day, you'd have told me anything, I'd have fucked you up, dog. I had no patience whatsoever. I was one angry motherfucker.
Yes,
That's why my mouth is so bad. I never could ever. People say, why you cursing? That's what the fuck I was raised with. If you don't like what the fuck I'm talking about, get the fuck off the live. But I'm not going to change my mind and my thought out of it. Because to me, words are just words. It's what you do. It's your actions. It's what I see come out of you as a person. It's what I judge you by. Not this. You can tell me anything. You can tell me any fucking thing, but what you going to do? You tell me, let's get together. Let's shoot a video. Meet at 7 o'clock. You ask show up at 9. You tell me anything.
yes, sir.
I had motherfuckers in Cali when I'm living in Cali. Some kids call me, man, Unc, I'm dying to smoke with you, man. Come on, please, let me just come holler at you, smoke. I said, man, come on. How many of y'all got? You got 2 of us. Come on. I said, all right, yeah, come on, man. I'm going to hang at the crib till y'all get here. They coming from L.A. I waited all day. Didn't hear a word from them. Had the nerve to call me the next day and tell me, man, something came up, huh? I wanted to call you and shit, but we couldn't get, we just couldn't get time to hit you up on the phone. But what you doing today?
Okay. That ship is sailed.
You see my point?
Yes, sir.
That's like when Snoop hollered me out to come smoke with him, and me telling Snoop, yeah, Snoop, I'm gonna be there in a little while, and then don't even call him and tell him nothing. You don't do that. That's disrespectful, dog, to nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a respect factor. You don't tell me, you won't be my friend, you won't holler at me. What the fuck you gonna tell me gonna come from, and then you don't even come sure, don't call nothing. I'm not gonna fuck with you. Fuck, I look like Joe Sausage Head? Fuck.
Oh, man. All right. For those, I know they don't understand, man, I want to break down some parts of this book, man. I need y'all, I got to keep showing it, man. I need y'all, if y'all haven't listened, I got me in blocks already. Go get this book, man. It's going to take an hour or 2 of your time if you're busy to read this book, man. Let's talk about it, brother.
And look, for y'all that don't like to read, tomorrow I'm going to be putting the audio version out. So you could just put it in your car and listen to it.
You heard it here on the lounge, man. So, 17, man. You have 2 brothers, Jeff and Rick. Stepdad, mom, who's, by the way, I gotta hit y'all with this. Listen, God rest her soul. His mom's nickname was Battling Burns. I'll say that again. Battling Burns. If that don't tell you that man got glasses, I don't know what will. But okay, man, you're in Louisiana, brother. You run into a situation, man. You're looking to graduate. You run into a problem. You fail English. Okay, so now we got to go to summer school. We at this graduation party. We kicking it, doing our thing. Mind you, we just had an altercation at the house. Where we had to put our friends out. Get into this fight, and now we're going to L.A. with Dad. I say that to ask, what was it like having the real life Fresh Prince story? That's a joke and a serious question.
And let me tell you why my mama got us out of town. 5 months earlier, a friend of ours had got stabbed to death. So when that fight ensued, that's all she had on her mind was about that kid that had got stabbed a couple of months ago. That's why she ain't had no love for for her ex-husband. She just wanted us safe. That was my mama's main thought. Let me get these boys safe. And you're right. It was the real. I never thought of it like that, but you're right. It was the real Fresh Prince with two niggas. Cause of fight in the neighborhood.
Mama say you gotta go.
I gotta tell my brother he the Fresh Prince.
I got it, man. That's you, brother. I looked at, and that's the first thing hit my head. I say, yo, that's the real live Fresh Prince.
But now think too, you 17 and your brother 18. You moving to Hollywood, motherfucking California. Yes, nigga, that's big as a motherfucker coming from small ass little New Orleans. That's a big ass. And then when you get there, this nigga get mad at you because you can't keep his women's name straight, and he won't kick you out, so he got to get you an apartment, get you a ride, get you a job just to get you out of his head. Now we really pimping, nigga. I'm 17. We got a car. This nigga be on fucking going up to Hollywood Boulevard at night, riding the sunset at 17 or 18 years old. But my brother wasn't like that. He just loved the horses. But I had a little cousin who lived up there, that nigga named Lil Lloyd. That motherfucker was about the sweet shit. Hey, look, and shout out to my cousin Lil Lloyd, man. I love that nigga to death. Vietnam fucked my cousin up. The Vietnam fucked my cousin. I'm better for some of my shit. My cousin never be better. And Vietnam fucks so many up, it gets emotional. And it's hard not to break down sometimes when you think about how they fucked over so many of our people. And I'm working on another song now, and it goes something, because I'm addressing these war issues with the veterans somewhat since I got this platform.
Yes, please.
It goes a little, I'm just going to do the hook a little bit because I'm just started right now. I was 18 years old when I was sent to the war. I never dreamed Vietnam was so far. It's where I lost my mind trying to serve my time. The nightmares of the war were always on your mind. I got to fix that. The nightmares of the war last a whole lifetime. So I'm going to go that way, and I'm going to tell some of this story in the song. You know what I'm saying? They sprayed us with Agent Orange, and they don't want to compensate us. You know you sprayed a poison on us while we were serving your fucking country. You literally did what you said other countries do, which is a crime against humanity. But you did it to your own fucking people, my nigga. They know they sprayed poison on us. You sprayed poison so you could destroy your enemy. Well, we was there with the enemy, stupid motherfucker.
You've been through so much, and I got to bring this out, people. For those, now I'm going to tell y'all, man, at 17, he told y'all this man was fast track. Father was a racehorse book, so you got the game from that. This man seeing money, and all of a sudden, he was left with a choice, him and his brother. Brother does Air Force. He said, I'm not doing 4 years like my brother, and went for the 3 year. Now, brother, can you elaborate on how they swindled you into that? Because you mentioned in the book, you were told one thing and given another. Can you elaborate on that for me?
When we went to the recruiting office and the man told us, told my brother he was going to Air Force, they told him he got 4 years. I'm 17, going on 18, and I said, man, I don't want to be in no military 4 fucking years. So I went to talk to the Army recruiter because he kind of mentioned something in my ear while I was talking to the Air Force man about if I go in the Army for 3 years and I take stock controlling and accounting, I'm guaranteed I won't be going to Vietnam. I'll be stationed stateside somewhere or somewhere in Germany or somewhere sending supplies to Vietnam. So he told me if you take stock control and accounting, you won't even see no parts of Vietnam. I promise you. But that's a promise from some motherfucker sitting behind a desk. This bitch ain't got no power. He just lied to a 17-year-old kid just to get him in this motherfucker. The kicks part was, it wouldn't have been bad if I would have went to Vietnam. If you let me be in the military maybe 2 years, learn some shit, and then maybe send me to Vietnam, I'd be like 19 or 20 years old almost. I'd be almost a better man. But you took me in less than 6 fucking months and sent me to Vietnam. That was the real double shocker. How fast that shit happened.
And I'm glad you said that because it's parts of this story that I want these people to know. Now, keep that in mind, folks. Now he's there. Man, it's going okay. He took his lemons, made lemonade. I won't even get into detail because that's how bad I need you to get this book. So he turned it into lemons. And this one particular time, now mind you guys, this is in the late 60s. So we all know what's still running. Still like it was still good blood in its veins. This brother, no, let me tell the story before the party. This brother got him a little nice thing, right? He doing this thing as we all would do. You know, we get us a little tip.
A little hustle.
You know, this man was outside, you know, getting washed down by one of his chickadees. And some kids come up to like the front part of this house. So Unc Imo asks the lady, man, what's up? Do you know this woman tells this man, they're waiting on you to grow a tail. He said, what? Say, the white man tell these kids that
The
black
propagandas of war.
grow tails at midnight. So I won't even have him elaborate on that. This is the one I want y'all to hear, and then I'm going to ask you to elaborate, brother. When they get done working, all work, no play makes Jack a dull boy, so they kicking it. They getting dancers sent to them, bands sent to them, they kicking it. One of the higher ranking people, I'll say that, I'm going to be nice, decides to take these people and go to the mess hall. Unc Imo thinks nothing of it. Thinks he can fight. The man turns around and stops Uncle Imo and said, no niggas allowed. And brother, I would like you to elaborate from there because this is where this is the beginning, people, to the loss of his four brothers. I wanted to pinpoint that because that's the heart of the book. Man has so much to tell, but that right there, because this man fought back is the reason this happened. But please, Uncle Imo, please elaborate on me how that came to be where you got shipped off in the middle of the night with that, just off a party.
There's a basic connection to the military. You do anything wrong in the military, you either get an Article 15 or a court-martial. That's military justice. The military is real hard on military justice. Anybody who served in the military knows you get in a fight, you kill somebody, or if you steal, or if you hurt somebody, it's always either Article 15 or a court-martial. We had a fight with a mess sergeant. When we get to the door, the mess sergeant pushed us back and said, no niggas allowed. Well, we in the same war with you, we're not going to accept that. So we ensued, we started a fight, kicked their ass, took the food to the basketball court. The fight ain't the problem, it's how you give justice after that fight. Remember I told you, it was in the 60s. So somebody who was in the meeting when they decided what to do with us really broke military ethics when they did what they did. If I would have got my Article 15 of court-martial, we wouldn't be sitting here today. I'd have nothing to talk about. I might be here talking to you about my music, but I don't even think that would be happening because everything in your life is a part of patterning you to that trip, getting you to that lane for that reason, something to give you the energy for it. So it definitely is the main reason that I'm in the music because I want to get bigger and bigger to where I know these guys are going to see my face somewhere on some news channel, on some interview. One of them going to say, wait a minute, man, that's Brother Brown because that's all we called each other by was our last name. We never knew each other's names as far as for Steve Johnson or Mike McGuire. We only knew each other by Brother Brown, Brother Johnson, Brother Davis, by your last names. So I don't even remember none of them names because that's over 50 years ago. And like I said, I got to get it to the point where they recognize me and see me and say, man, hold up, that's the story I was in. I was one of them. And then they'll contact me through some kind of way. So that's why I put it out. I keep doing what I'm doing. I'm not going to stop till I do my music with Snoop, take my pictures with Snoop. That's all in God's time. But first I got little steps I got to make. My very first song I ever did. It's talking about a 60-year-old rap with a bad knee. Well, in that song, I mentioned the fact that I want to be like Currency and smoke up all them trees. Well, Currency is my nephew from New Orleans.
Well, I know
Yes,
Currency, brother. I'm a fan.
and I've been hooked up with Currency way before I ever made any music. So out of respect and my love for my nephew, my next song will either be, well, either him or Merc Nightwalk, because Merc, I know I got to do one with him, but I got to do one with Currency, and then I'll do one with Merc, and then I'll get to my nephew Snoop, where I can go do my song and my pictures with him. But like I always preach, all things in God's time. And the motivation that keeps me going is the fact that I got to find my four brothers. And the way I do that is by making more music, get my name out more, but it's all one step at a time. I don't try to climb a ladder. I wouldn't make music with Snoop when I wasn't really in that position. I hadn't done enough yet for me to feel that I should even have the right to be on a song with my nephew. I got to build my name up before I could let my name be equal to be even on a song with this cat. I don't want it to be, well, oh, Unc made it because he jumped on the song with Snoop. No, fuck no. Unc made it because he worked his motherfucking ass off. That's the desire I want my kids to see from me. All the shit I've been through in my life, when they read that book, dog, it's just going to be more and more inspiration. That's what we live for, to create, to bless, and to inspire. That's the only three things God gave us life to do. Everything else don't matter. You're supposed to create. You're supposed to share God's love. That's the automatic basis of life. But we don't live that way. They got us materialistic. Love.
Why music, brother? Why music?
That's
you
the
have
platform.
so much to say. So you know what I mean? You would think, and sorry to cut you off, pardon the body, the powerfulness behind what you're saying. And you know, one thing about any realistic person, we hear those that's been through something. Again, I am confused at your compassion. I am confused at your love. Why music? Out of all things, you could have been speaking, you know, activists, anything. And no disrespect to the craft, because I'm loving it all. But I'm intrigued with the background. Why did you choose music to get the attention of the people with that better goal in mind?
I didn't.
Talk about it. Elaborate on.
I was living in Houston, Texas, and I was real depressed because my family was spread out all over from Katrina. My daughter was in Dallas. My mother and my father had moved them to Cali to live with my brothers because they were living with me before Katrina. I had fixed my house up for them and stuff. So they were living with me. When Katrina hit, I couldn't take care of them anymore, so I moved them to California. My daughter to Dallas, and I moved to Houston. So I'm living in Houston by myself, depressed as a motherfucker, got PTSD, you know, all kind of shit be going through my head. And I got a picture. Is it in the book? They were supposed to put it in the back. That picture that's in the back of the book.
This is
you got
right here.
Yeah, go all the way to the back of the book. Yeah, look at that picture. I want you to spot the eye, the nose, the chin. It's like he got a bebop cap on, and that cloud was like he blew it and made an indenture in it. You see what I'm talking about? Look on the left side, you're going to see an eye.
Okay.
The eye, the nose. Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yo, look at that picture. You ever seen a cloud like that?
I haven't. And honestly, if you didn't describe that to me, I wouldn't even pay that any attention, bro.
You ought to see it in a good, clear picture, color picture, dog. That thing saves me. That picture right there. That picture, it got me to a spot where I realized, man, I got life to live. I got shit to do. That picture didn't make me become a rapper. That became because I blame currency a little bit. I was living in California, And I never tried. My big thing gonna end up being comedy. Watch what I tell you in the long run.
Yes, sir.
But Currency came to California while I was living out there, and he called me to come meet him, and I went to the studio with him, got some chicken, and we partyed and smoked. Some kind of way I got loaded at my house one night, and I wrote a song, and I sent it to Currency. No disrespect intended. I just was loaded, and it just hit my mind. I just put it in a text message and sent it. I don't know if he ever got it, if he read it, or whatever. It was disrespectful when I think about it, because, motherfucker, who is you to send me a fucking song like I'm going to really listen to this motherfucker and fuck with it? Right. But then, and I wasn't still, even after that, I still wasn't trying to be a rapper. Pride, my producer, made beats for all kind of rappers. And he told me one day on the golf course, I was teaching him golf. He said, why don't you make a rap song? Well, when we was living in Houston, I made a spoken word song. We were born in the Big Easy, which is now the Big Greasy. When we were there, life was great. Everybody had the faith. But now my brain is filled with pain because they played that race game. Everybody said we wanted something for nothing. SBA, FEMA, rolled back. All they did was made us call back. But in reality, all we wanted was our homes back. This was governmental meltdown on black folks. Yeah, I said it, and it's true. The easy they flooded was black. The white easy is fine, but not mine. They flooded mine and yours and washed us away. Away we must stay. Stay away, stay away. No way. We was born in the Big Easy, and we will die in the Big Easy. New Orleans was a chocolate city. The mayor said it, and he was fine for saying it. But I could stand the heat. It was a chocolate city. So that song was the first thing I ever made. But it wasn't trying to be a rap. It was just getting out the anger about what they did us with that storm.
Yeah, yeah.
And then years later, like a year and a half later, I moved to California, and my book gonna tell a story. I don't know if it's in this one. Yeah, I think it is in this one. When I moved to California, and I lived in a senior citizen apartment,
yes,
and I got put out of there. That's why I had to come back. That's why I tell you, God got, man, I wasn't planning on coming back to New Orleans. I was planning on living in California, where my mom, up the street from where my mom and them was. But God be having fucking plans that he don't tell you about. See, he sends me back to New Orleans in August. In December and November, I'm gonna make 61 years old. All right? I made that song in October, nigga, right before I make 61. If I go, I'm a 61-year-old rapper, it won't flow, nigga. It will not flow. I'm a 61-year-old nigga. No, nigga. God got power, dog. I'm telling you shit. He gave me that song right before I make 60. My mama said, why didn't you be a singer? I said, because they be throwing rocks at me on the fucking stage. I ain't got no singing voice. I got to make it what God gave me. If this shit go... And then when I Prov said, give me a hook. I'm going to make a rap song. I said, Prov, I ain't no rapper. He said, just give me a hook one day. He said, the hook is the first part you hear over and over in your song. So a couple of weeks passed, and I told him one day we was playing golf. I said, man, I ain't got no hook for you. All I can tell you is I'm a bad motherfucker. I'm a 60-year-old, I'm a 60-year-old nigga, and I got a badass knee. That's all I can tell you. But when I told him that shit, that nigga went off. He said, wait, what? Wait, he come back like 4 or 5 days later, and he gave me a beat. He said, listen to this. And then when I tell you I went in the studio and listened to that beat, that's when the spirit hit me, that I got to make that song. That's when I wrote that song 30 to 40 fucking times before I got it just like I needed it to be. It had to be perfect. So when I get on stage, ain't no oops and slips or nothing. It's just me. It's the real. So I can't fuck it up because I'm the bad motherfucker. I'm the OG. I'm the 60-year-old nigga with the bad knee. I smokes that shit till I can't see. Everybody trying to fuck with me. I got the Benz. I got the Jag. I got the money that never, ever ends. When I step out, it's party time. And I be loaded out my goddamn mind. I want to be like Currency and smoke up all them trees.
this is what I'm saying. Like the the connection, man. Well, I'm gonna get to it, brother, because ain't no way I could even cover everything you got in an hour, sir. I want to bring out another point of this book. People, now, as you know, you heard the gist of the story. And again, I always forget, welcome to the Logic Lounge with Fleezy Jones, episode 21, brought to you by Block Legend 7, man. We are talking to Unc Imo. This man is, you don't know, this has got to be one of my most exciting shows. Now, as I said, he lost 4 brothers in combat to some pure bullshit, if I'm speaking roughly. You get back, you only get hit with Hurricane Katrina and lose everything, right? That's not even the point. Once you jump back, you had an opportunity where someone was going to allow you to tell your story, and that person was from CNN, Nick Valencia. You get to the door, and because of everything that was going on with Donald Trump, it stopped your story. Can you elaborate on that for me, brother?
And my favorite saying of everything, it's on my shirt right now, my new shirts. All things in God's time.
Yes.
It wasn't God's time. We got to remember something. We living in a universe that's created by a great creator, and when it's your time, that's when things gonna align. You're not gonna make it align because you want it to align, no matter how great you think you are. It's when God put, look at my people, Pod Brothers that love. Shout out to Pod Brothers that love, man. Always love, always support. It's when God put things in alignment. I'm not trying to do anything beyond what God is letting me to do. When I wake up in the morning, I don't have a game plan. I let God lead me. I meditate. I get into my spirit zone. And I've seen my success. Now, my name is going to be so big, I'm going to be able to do so many things and bless so many people. And like I said, by me being 72, I'm not materialistic at all, so you can't buy me. There ain't nothing I need. You know what I'm saying? I tell people, stop buying what you want. Right now is the time for you to buy what you need. That's a big difference. We're so Americanized. We spending so much money, and yet we always run around bitching about we broke. But you're giving your money right back to the system that's persecuting you. Save your money, invest in your kids. If you got to spend money, invest it in your kids' future. Don't worry about yours. Your life is almost done too, man. Time is passing so motherfucking fast. How old you are now?
So I'll be 41. The day of your show, April 19th. Your show next Wednesday. I'll be 41, brother.
Yes, indeed, dog. Look. Popping like a motherfucker. Your time is zooming past you. You got to enjoy every minute you got, especially with your kids, because they're going to be grown and out the way, and you ain't going to have them around you for long. And then the other part, when you get older, what you did with your kids pays off. The love that you gave that child pays off. Like right now, my daughter live with me right now. I got that nice big house. My daughter stay here, so my daughter takes care of me. I ain't got to bring in no outside assistance to help me live. My daughter and them treat me like a king because you treated your kids right when you was bringing them up. We don't want to raise our kids, but yet when we get older, we want our kids to help us. What the fuck for? You ain't did a fucking thing for that child whole life. Now you need that child to help you? Come on, man. Step up to the fucking plate.
How does it feel to be a different type of voice for veterans?
Wait, say that again?
How does it feel to be a different type of voice for veterans?
No, that's what my whole goal is, to be able to. Veterans need to be able to take cannabis for medicine. It's well known right now. It's not a game. That's what set me off of that fucking roof that day when I attempted suicide. Cannabis is what always helped me every time I had a problem. It always comes true for me. Let's give the veterans what they need, not what the government want to make money off of. Too many veterans are committing suicide. This can literally save so many veterans from that suicide effort. So I want to be a light. I had the PTSD. I was on the roof. I went through the suicide thing with the pills too. So I'm speaking from experience. I'm not gonna speak to my veteran brothers. And the fact that I'm making such great music, you know, with the admiration that's gonna bring out from my veterans for me, dog, my numbers can't do nothing but get super stupid. We are just do the fucking math. Just do the math. Everybody who you see me fuck with fall in love with me. Why? Because I'm real. Because I'm not plastic. So the big thing is when my name hit them big fucking interviews, that's when them numbers just gonna skyrocket and everybody gonna want you everywhere. So that's why I tell my folks, like I told you, get the interview right now. You got me now. So when I'm up there, you got this fucking interview in your legacy. You got it. Many motherfuckers gonna wish they had that fucking time to get me on the video and on the interview because it's gonna be like you would have got Snoop before Snoop was Snoop. You would have got T.I. for T.I. was T.I. You try to get these interviews when they real low, so when they blow, you got the fucking magic interview. That's why I try to bless my people. I told you,
did, brother.
I said, come get me now, dog. Come get me. Hold that shit on. This.
Let me. I gotta say it just because the brother mentioned it. Yo, the man pretty much gave me props on what I was doing and told me, hey man, I love to come to the line. I'm in here. Look, I'm gonna tell you what I did when I saw it. When I saw that message, let me tell y'all what I did. Y'all ready? I said, did you see it? That's how stuck I was. One of my best friends, she told me who you were. And that's how I did my homework. I said, yo, I said, look, this dude just said here, come to the lounge like it was nothing. This man is everyday people. And I say that to say because the things that he's been through, man, the love that he shows is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous, and he's absolutely right. I'm honored to say this man came to the lounge before he even goes skyrocket, because in my mind, you're already there. You're already there on a whole different level, which now brings me to another question, man. Where did the name Unc Imo come from? How did you come with that name?
When we came out the military, we all picked up a military name. I mean, African names. Imo is for Swahili. That's why it's spelled I-M-O, but it's pronounced E-M-O because it's Swahili. The I sound like an E and the E sound like an I. So it's everybody who see it call me Unc Imo. They'll call me Unc Imo.
Yes.
Unc Imo. One motherfucker called me Unicorn. But I picked up the name Imo in 1972, something like that. Because we were rebellious against the military after what we had went through. So we was like, fuck the government and fuck all that shit. So we all picked military names, you know. We was real anti-governmental back in the day. And it means a person who loves freedom, a wanderer. So remember I told you how many times I moved back and forth from New Orleans to California? Yes. It should be real as a motherfucker, dog, you heard me? Yes, so, where I was going,
the name. You got the
yeah. That herb good, though.
And listen, I'm coming. Eventually, when I get to you, I'm gonna be hitting your phone, but we're gonna talk about that later. Yes, sir.
So what happened was, when I created the character and I made the song "Bad Knee" by my name being Emo, I wouldn't just fit. You know what I'm saying? Emo, no. So I had to put something with it, and it hit me and said, well, everybody call everybody uncle anyway. You know what I'm saying? All the young cats call the older cats, all they say, hey, what up, Unc? So I said, well, fuck it, I'm going to put Unc on the front of this motherfucker, just be Unc Imo. And that bitch kicked. That bitch flowed.
It flowed. Now, Unc, man, we all know, man, you a realistic brother, man. So when I ask this just because of the laws of the nature of people. How do you, and I know you get pushback when it comes to your music. How do you deal with that pushback of people that's gonna look at it from a shallow end, saying like, yo, what this old cat got to talk about? You know what I mean? Like on a realistic level, with you being a realist, how do you deal with situations?
You know how many people walking or say, man, look, you're too old for this shit, man. You need to go sit your old ass down somewhere and just chill. That's why I make music so I can pull in a song from. Who the fuck is they? Who the fuck is they? They be the one that be hating. They be the one that be hating. Who the fuck is they? They said I could never be a rapper. All I'm doing is counting money, getting fatter. Man, that shit they talking doesn't even matter. Fuck what they say, cause I'm still their favorite rapper. Who the fuck is they? Who the fuck is they? If you ever let motherfuckers affect your life by what they say, you're never gonna live your life. You gotta get to the point where you just say, because everybody's always trying to tell you shit, dog. That's why I preach so much to my youth. I'm trying to get them to get the right direction. Everybody trying to live their life through you. Man, you need to paint your house. You know, you ought to get a new car, man. That car you got kind of old. Man, fuck you. My car ride good as a motherfucker. What you worried about my car for? Right. How your fucking car ride? Huh? Worry about your fucking car. People be all in your Kool-Aid and you don't even pay it no mind. You just take it for granted because it's your subconscious that let them be directing your life. Man, you know what? I know you're trying to rap and shit, dog, but man, they got so many people in the game. You might need to think about doing something else. But that's your love. That's what you want. You want to make beats. Man, your beats don't sound that good, dog. I know you've been doing this for years. Yeah, well, you know, it ain't pop off yet. You got to give it up, dog. No, motherfucker, what I got to give up is you. I got to give you up, okay? I got to get you out of my motherfucking life. You the motherfucker sitting in the corner trying to hope my shit don't pop off. Nigga, I'm going to make my shit pop off. Leave me the fuck alone.
That's right.
Let me get the info. You almost out. You got 8 minutes. Let me tell them about where they can find me.
Yeah, break it down, bro. We got to show upcoming projects, man. And listen, yo, you know it just can't be a part one, right? You found me. You can't get rid of me now. So,
dog, you family, dog. You heard me? Just holler.
I can't just do volume one, bro. We can't wrap it up. But yeah, let them know, man.
I already know. I already got love for you, my brother. But yeah, look, one thing for sure, go get the book. It's called Surviving the Vietnam War. If you want your copy signed, I'm going to be doing a book tour soon, so wherever I come at. And let me tell you the secret about buying my book. You buy my book, you become a member of my family. I put on the show wherever you at, you bring that book to the concert, and then you come in there and you get in the concert with your book, I'm going to sign your book. You don't have to pay for no fucking time. If I'm staying in your town, I'm at a bed and breakfast, and you got my book, hit me up, DM me, I'll come bring my book to me, and I'll sign it for you. That's a part of my family, dog. It's about love, my nigga. I ain't no motherfucking different than you. I'm the same motherfucker I was when I was 40 and 50. I'm still the same nigga. I'll be that way if I'm still here at 90.
You will, brother.
But you can find me on any site, Unc Imo on anything. My YouTube page is a good thing to go glimpse through. You go through it, you're going to hear the messages I've been saying for over 10 years. They've not changed. They've always been the same message. We got to share love. You can only change one person, yourself. So go to the YouTube. Everything is under UNC IMO, Unc Imo. Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, Lifebook, everything. Everything. And the music is on Spotify, it's on iTunes, it's on all platforms, TuneCore, DistroKid. And to be honest with y'all, what I do for my special folks, if you want my music, you send me $5 Cash App, I'll send you 5 of my top songs. Bad Need, Deep in the Game, Best Friend, Juke Joint, and Who the Fuck is They? Well, I got to put Get High in there. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I was about to say that's my favorite one. I wasn't going to say nothing, but I was like, damn, that's my favorite one. You don't do that, you know what I mean? Now, is it an album, Unc? Are we doing an album or are we just doing singles?
Well, that's just for my special. I always say I'm not going to make money on my folks, but I'm fixing to put an EP together, yeah. The EP going to have on it Bad Need, Deep in the Game, Juke Joint, Best Friend, Get High, I Don't Give a Fuck, Who the Fuck is They, Do That Dance, the one I did before, the spoken word one, the prayer about Katrina, and one more, Step It Up. So it's like 10 songs.
Okay.
And people love them all, though. They all, by the power of God and by the power of my producer. Look at Joe say, who the fuck is they? I'm a look. What you got, 5 minutes? I tell you what, let me close the show out with who the fuck is they.
Man, hit that shit, huh? Do it right. I'm gonna mute my shit.
Cause my boy say he mentioned it. Shout out to Joe. Everybody give Joe a follow too, man. Joe is serving time since he was a young man, like 15, 16 years old, 17 years old, for something that happened, and they wouldn't let this man out of jail all these fucking years. Now we're still trying to get him out. But a wonderful dude, man. When you talk to him on his live and shit, he keep all the finest women on his fucking live and shit. He called me the thief, dog. He said, "Unc, you come on my live and you steal all my women." Look, let me. I'm gonna do this for y'all. I'm gonna let y'all peek the video out for day, and on the beginning, you're gonna be able to see Currency dancing his ass off.
Okay.
Can you hear it?
We get a little bit. I'm gonna mute my side on. Go ahead, let it ride.
Who the fuck is they? Who the fuck is they? Here come Currency. Check him out, jamming his ass off. What? Right there. You could be they. Saying what they say. That's Kabuki too. Kabuki is a famous horn player in New Orleans for Rebirth Brass Band. All I'm doing is counting money, getting fatter. Man, that shit they talking doesn't even matter. Fuck what they say, cause I'm still their favorite rapper. Who the fuck is they? 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 I gotta get some more who the fuck is they shirts. Saying what they say. Who is they? Who is they? Who the fuck is they? Who the fuck is they? What they say. I never met they, but they got a lot to say. They say what I can't do, not what I can do. Listen to this, say my dreams when it came true. They're the ones I say, stay the hell away. Got no fucking time to waste another day dealing with that dumb shit. They got to say, hold up. Who the fuck is they? Who is they? Who is they? Who is they? Yeah, but you know I gotta go hard in the paint, man. That's what an old nigga do, man. Fuck.
Yo, you heard it here, people. Follow him. See about him. Thank you. Thank you.
Appreciate you, my brother. I appreciate you, bro.
We're gonna get out your ear. I wish you a good night. Keep me in tune, cause I'm gonna find out anyway. I'm gonna be on you. I'm gonna be on you, man. Shout out to everybody that came out tonight, man. Thank you for your support. I'm going to end it like I always do, you know. Living off good instinct counts, so always keep your logic. Shout out to Block Legend 7. Unc Imo, we out in a minute.
Love you, bro. Love y'all.
Come on, Unc.